Okay, everybody, so for today's lesson, we're going to be using a new learning strategy called visual vocabulary. So what this means is we're going to be using visuals like pictures you see up here to help us determine the meanings of our vocabulary words. So for today's lesson, our vocabulary words are all multiple meaning words. Does anyone know what a multiple meaning word is? Brittany?
It's a word that has more than one meaning.
Yeah, so all these words up here have more than one meaning, which you can see by the two pictures that are on here. So what we're going to be doing to help us find these meanings of these words is filling out a graphic organizer. So I did an example with our word that we use in our warm-up activity, which is the word bat. So bat is a multiple meaning word. So the first thing we're going to do in our graphic organizer is draw two pictures that show the two meanings of the word bat. So in the first picture, I drew a bat like the animal, and in the second picture, I drew a baseball bat. And then the next step we're going to do is find the definition of the word. So we're going to use our dictionaries to look up the definitions of the word, and we're going to use our context clues to find which picture our definitions should go under. So the first definition says a small mammal that flies and has large wings. So when I read that in the dictionary, I knew that it goes under this picture because it's talking about an animal and an animal that has wings. So that's how I knew that definition goes there. And then for the other definition, it says a club of wood used to hit the ball in baseball, softball, or cricket. So that's how I knew this definition went under this picture because it's talking about a club of wood in baseball. So I know it goes under the baseball bat. And then the last step to our graphic organizer is writing a sentence for each meaning of the word. So for the animal meaning of the word bat, my sentence was a bat flew over my head last night. And my second sentence for the baseball bat meaning was, I took my favorite bat to go play baseball. So that is how you're going to fill out your graphic organizers. So what we're going to do is everyone's going to get into partners, and you're going to come up and pick one of the vocabulary words, and you're going to fill out one of these graphic organizers together. And you're going to use your dictionaries for the definitions. So if your groups want to come up and grab your word and your dictionaries and go somewhere in the room to work on your graphic organizers, you can do that now. All right, so now that we're all done with our graphic organizers, the groups are going to come up and present to the class what they found for their graphic organizers. So Brittany and Olivia, does your group want to go first?
Okay, we chose bowl for our multiple meaning word graphic organizer, and the first picture describes a deep rounded dish used for holding food or liquid, and the sentence that we created was, I eat cereal out of a bowl.
The way I thought of bowl was the game of bowling, and in the dictionary the definition for bowl is to play the game of bowling. And my sentence I came up with was, on the weekends, I like to bowl.
Good job, guys. So now that we did all of our presentations, everyone is going to get a worksheet. So what we're going to do for this is each worksheet has two sentences, and I'm going to read the sentences, and after I read them, you're going to point to the picture that you think is showing the correct meaning of the word swing. So after I read the first sentence, I want you all to put your pencils down and just use your finger to point to the correct picture. Okay, so sentence 1. When I go to the park, I love going on the swing. So point to the picture you think is showing that meaning of the word swing. Make sure you use your context clues to determine what picture it is. All right, good job with that. So our second sentence is, I had to swing the bat hard to get the home run. So point to the picture that you think is using that meaning of the word swing. Good job, it looks like everyone got that. So for our first sentence, when it says, I go to the park, I love going on the swing. That would be this picture right here because it's showing a park, and this is the meaning of the word swing, which is something you go on at the park. And then the second sentence that said, I had to swing the bat hard to get the home run, You can use the context clues of the word bat and home run to think about baseball, so that's how you know that this is the correct picture for that meaning of the word swing. So the last thing we're going to do today for our lesson is each of you are going to come up here and pick a different vocabulary card than you did in your graphic organizers, and you're going to write 2 sentences, one using each meaning of the word that you choose. So you're going to use the visuals on here, which are the pictures, to help you determine the 2 meanings of the word, and you're going to write a sentence for each meaning of the word. So if you guys want to come up and pick whatever word you want to use. So I'm going to give you a note card where you can write both of your sentences. And after you're done with that, I'm going to have 2 of you share your sentences with the class. Is everybody done? All right, so Brittany, go ahead and share your 2 sentences.
I chose the word box. So the first sentence was, I got a box of toys in the mail. And the second sentence I came up with for box was, I like to watch people box on TV.
Very good. Those are very good sentences. Olivia, go ahead and share your 2 sentences.
I chose the word check, and the first sentence that I created is, my mom wrote me a check for lunch. And the second was, I check assignments off my to-do list.
Good job. So you used the correct meaning of the word check in both of your sentences. You both did a really good job.